Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. Welcome back to the Manc News now. We're back. Like I said, do apologise. Maybe I shouldn't have said daily because there isn't enough news daily at the minute. But we are going to try and do these probably every 2-3 days. Little video, just quick 15 minutes so, just on everything that's been going on in the world around Manchester City. Can I just say a massive thank you, by the way, to everyone who has tuned in, commented, whether you agree or you don't agree on everything regards to the show on Thursday night with the fans screwed again. It does mean a lot. It really does. And yes, things can get a bit heated, things can everything else. But for me, it's very, very good. It is very, very good. And I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone that has tuned in on it. Right, let's get into it. It's press conference day. And Manchester City have been giving their thoughts, both Unai Emery of Aston Villa and Pep Guardiola of Manchester City. So let's get into it, shall we? There's also a little bit of transfer news, if you want to call it. Got a little bit of an update on everything, including a little bit of an update, maybe a bit more than what Pep shared. Well, saying I know more, but reportedly what I've been shared regarding Nico Gonzalez. Right, couple of things before we get going. Please smash those likes. Please let us know in the comments. We'll respond to every single one of you. You know we always do. Don't take the mickey out of my haircut. I know I'm going bald. It is what it is, but I shaved it off. But anyway, well, I didn't. Hairdresser did. Right. Press conference. Bernardo Silva's had a little bit of a say. Some comments have come out from Bernardo Silva, which I'll just share with everyone. This is by Jack Garn. So we found that this is from Bernardo. We found a bit more of our rhythm, stability at the back that gives us freedom for guys up front to play a different way. I always say that we're stable at the back when the team defends properly, and we're now defending quite well. That's when you can win games. We didn't have that for a long, long time last season, and that's what we're getting back to, having that stability. Goes on to talk about Johnny Stones, gives us something different that's difficult to find in a central defender. It's my 9th season at Manchester City, and when Johnny's fit, the team always plays much better. Is that not a coincidence? He's a special player. He just takes care of his body and makes sure he's available. I'm pretty sure if he's available, he's going to be very important. Bernardo goes on to talk about Erling Haaland scoring the majority of City's goals, which a lot of people have had some concerns about. I don't think that matters a lot. If others score, obviously it's nice, but as long as we win. I don't care if Erling scores 0 and the other guy scores 2, or if he scores 20 and no one else scores. We want to win, and that's what we've been doing, so I'm quite happy. So there's been a lot of changes from the past 2 seasons. Players are improving every day, and hopefully in a few months we can be even better than now. That's the goal. We know usually the team is always better in the end of the season than beginning. That's our aim again. If we can stay on the top until February, March to fight for titles, we know what we're able to do. We're happy with the momentum in the Champions League. We're in a good position. In the Premier League, we're also in a good position. Now we have some tough games. Aston Villa away. No one can say that is easy. Then in a few weeks, the Champions League starts again, and we want this season to qualify in the top 8. We know how important it is not to have 2 extra games. That's my captain. That's my captain. Big up, Bernardo. Come on, Bubblegum. We like to hear that, lad. We do. Pep Guardiola was, by the way, late for his pre Aston Villa press conference. Not like Pep. Also, someone said looked a bit miserable, looked a bit tired, looked a bit, I kind of agree. He did look a bit, today. I don't know whether he was just bored or it's been a long day. But yeah, this is what Pep said. Talks about the admiration he has for Unai Emery. He's so high, incredible, consistent, well prepared, and so smart. He's very good. Aston Villa is one of the toughest away grounds in the season, says Pep Guardiola. Pep on Nico's injury. I didn't see the doctors, and we'll see tomorrow, today, and tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow, today, and tomorrow. How does he feel? Oh, sorry. I didn't see the doctors, and we'll see tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, we'll see how he feels. Something with his feet. City, best 1-versus-1 players. When Jeremy is in the top, it's Jeremy. When Savio is in his top, it's Sabinho. When Oscar Bob is in the top, it's Oscar. These three are the best as wingers. Also, Ryan Cherka in a more central position in 1-against-1s is very good too. Goes on to talk about in the first 2 or 3 games for sure, we are out of the Premier League title race, and Liverpool is already done. And now it looks like Liverpool is done, and I'll tell you that I'll tell you that they will be back. I know all the pundits, all the specialists, former players, they know everything that is going to happen after 5 games. Whoa, isn't Pep on the money? I'm not able to do that. Always I wait for 10, 15 games to know exactly what is going on. But I think obviously Liverpool and Arsenal are there. Someone else will be there, and hopefully we can be there. He's not watching Erling Haaland's YouTube channel, by the way, just to confirm that. Did go on to talk about Mateus Nunes. He can be an incredible right back because he's a holding midfielder with incredible physicality going back. And as much as he's focused, he can be one of the best. It's a question of him now. We talked a lot about that. It's just change your mind and feel that you can feel that because he has special attributes to play in the sides. In the last 2 or 3 of the games, he has played unbelievable. And I fully back that as well. Pep Guardiola on AK-47. I think he's close to coming back, but I still think he's not ready. He had an injury in a dangerous position in his body, so he is definitely out. Josko Gabardio had a little bit of some quotes come out from Rob Dawson at ESPN from Josko. At the beginning of the season, you could feel it being underestimated. It was just about Liverpool and Arsenal. After the run we've had, everyone is getting aware that we're still here. There are lots of games to play. I think it's going to be an interesting season. Manchester City going under the radar this season, it motivates you. When you see no one talks about you, they're all talking about Arsenal and Liverpool, which is normal. They are good teams, but we will see. Sounds a bit ominous, that, from Josko. And by the way, big up to Scott Carson, who has announced his retirement in football, by the way. I hope he has a wonderful time on whatever he chooses to do. So big up to him. So, yeah, that's the pre-thing. I had a little email earlier on. He said, Nico is fine. If he's not quite fit for Villa, he should be back for the next game. At the moment, and again, I always use the word reportedly, he'll just be the Villa game if he misses that. If he misses that. Right. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else, but everyone else is fit. Raring to go. Aït-Nour is fit. Cherk is fit. Mamouche is fit. Foden fit. The only 2 are Kushinov and Rodri 100% out of the game against Villa. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you the Villa side on what Emery has said. He said, I'm facing Pep Guardiola. Always, it's a very, very good, difficult game to face him. Firstly, because he's managing the better team in the world with the better players in the world. And secondly, because he's really, for me, the best coach in the world. He's very competitive tactically with the ball. Now he's building every year. His team is fantastic, amazing. He's really a genius. And then he's also humble. As a person as well, I appreciate him a lot because he's humble. With everything he's achieving, he's keeping humble and respect always. With me, very, very respectful. And this is the most important first as a person. Now he is a person. How he is as a person. Sorry. As a person, he's a fantastic guy. And as a professional, as a coach, he is simply the best. They asked him about stopping Erling Haaland. Firstly, collectively, we should try to be very, very focused to stop him. We will prepare the game individually as well as try to get to Jules and stopping him. But getting Jules individually maybe could not be enough to stop him. We will need some cover with other players, and then tactically we can stop him in different ways. Or the goalkeeper saving the last one when he can be as structured tactically, or the duels we can have, or even the cover we will use tomorrow. So we'll see. Did talk about his the defeat against Go Ahead Eagles. It was not a surprise to lose for me and the players. It wasn't a surprise for him to lose. And because we are here, having experience in playing in Europe and playing away, every year we had one defeat like that. 2 years ago, Legia Warsaw, last year Bruges, and this year, yesterday. Of course, still matches to play, and I want to learn. For me, yesterday, everything happened for us is learning and learning, and as well reminding ourselves the experiences we have had in some similar circumstances. Why? Because, of course, we were favourites, and of course, we dominated, and of course, we had more chances. But even like that, you can lose. I'm just trying to think. I think that's really it, really, on the Unai Emery side. The rest is just about Manchester City, other thing. Right, let's get on to a little bit of transfer news. I know what this will, now this is on the City Extra website, was published by Jude Noble. But again, this is just always reported. City Extra, top guys, go over there, give them a subscribe or a follow on Twitter. Top guys. But like I said, out of this world, Portuguese coach tipped to replace Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. Interesting one. Interesting one. Portuguese coach. Now, the last Portuguese coach to be linked to the Manchester City job was a certain Ruben Amorim. Never gonna win again. Can't really sing that anymore. The winning can we? A Brazilian commentator believes a Portuguese coach should be a front runner for the Manchester City job in the years to come, and made question marks over the long-term prospects of Pep Guardiola at the Etihad. As Guardiola has gotten further into his City tenure in recent seasons, there has been increasing speculation of how long the Catalan can keep going as he approaches the 10-year mark within England. Guardiola's current Manchester City deal runs until 2027, and if he were to see it out, it would take his spell in the Northwest to 11 years at the helm. It is looking likely, however, that the expiration of his current deal will mark the end of a historic chapter of the club. Many candidates have been hypothesized to Guardiola's succession, including being a company, despite who has just signed a new long-term deal at Bayern for the next 4 years, leaving Manchester City supporters none to the wiser on who will take the hot seat next. One name that has, however, been mentioned in the media in recent weeks is Portuguese manager Abel Ferreira, who is held in incredible high regard following his success at his current club, Palmeiras. In an interview with ESPN Brazilian commentator Jose Ferreira Neto gave the Portuguese coach's plaudits and touted the Palmeiras manager as the ideal candidate to take over from Guardiola. Abel Ferreira is out of this world, Neto said, as quoted by CNN in Portugal and related to Sport Witness. He is the greatest coach I've ever seen as a presenter and a commentator. Is he his agent? Is he his agent? As a player, there are others. It's impressive what Ferreira does with Palmeiras and the players. All of Palmeiras' goals are worked for. The truth, Albert Ferreira should be at Manchester City, at Liverpool, Benfica or Porto. He's 46-year-old, heavily linked with Forest's managerial job following the sackle of Ange Postecoglou, and his failure to win a single game after his 39 days in charge were brought to an unceremonious end by a 3-0 defeat at Chelsea last week. However, Forest owner Marinakis, however, elected to bring in Sean Dyche, leaving Palmeiras relieved and reportedly scrambling to tie their head coach down to a huge new deal. I'd never heard of this guy. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend I have. So, no, I don't know. I do not know. But let us know in the comments if you've heard of Albert Ferreira at Palmeiras. Tell us, is he the kind of manager you like at Manchester City? I don't like all this because personally, I'm going to be honest, if I was a guessing man, I think Pep's going to re-sign a new deal. I don't think it will end in 2027 because I think it'll be Vinny who takes over in 2029. Right, a little bit of transfer news. Again, pinch of salt because this is off Team Talk. So a massive pinch of salt here, guys. Man City get a sublime chance to sign deadly Erling Haaland partner. Now, I look at the headline and it reads Erling Haaland partner. When did we ever have a partner for Erling Haaland? I mean, there was a little bit of Gabby with Aguero, but when's Aguero ever had a partner? Which, why immediately I go, yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. And that's what I'm going to call it. But we'll read it anyway. This has come from German outlet Bild. He's basically learned that City can learn, they can capture. They've learned they can capture Serai Garanza from Borussia Dortmund, as his release clause has dropped significantly to around £44 million, which is around 50 million euros or $58 million, according to a report. This is from Bild. That Garazi has a rare exit clause in his Dortmund contract that only applies to certain clubs that include City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Barcelona are the only sides that can trigger it. Garazi was available for €75 million, £65 million in the summer, but that release clause will fall by a huge $25 million in 2026. Garazi reportedly earns a base salary of €181,000 a week, roughly around £158,000, $210,000 a week dollars. And his Camp Nou, he could receive a big pay rise by joining. We won't get the pay rise that's there. It's an interesting time in the city to be linked with the Ghanaian star, given their over-reliance on Haaland. Again, little dig in there, over-reliance, little dig. You've heard Bernardo Silva from earlier on say, this is why you got to be careful. Please be careful when you read this media stuff. Please be careful. What's going on here? 1 minute, I'm getting all sorts going on. See, you can tell. You can tell. I'll be right. We're back. Sorry about that. I can put my phone on silent. I can't put my watch on silent. It's very weird. So, yeah, 29-year-old, moving to would lessen the burden. See, again, 29 years old. Red flag to me. Burden on Haaland. Red flag to me. 2026, he'll be nearly 30. Red flag. Now, this to me is garbage. Utter garbage. But what I want to know in the comments is, would you like it not to be garbage? Let us know. So that is your Manc news now on the 24th of October, 2025, Friday. So, yeah, one thing I do want to say, please give it a like. Let us know in the comments about your reaction to Pep's press conference, Emery's reaction, the news on Garassa, the news on Abel Ferreira at Palmeiras. Again, that load of garbage. Let us know in the comments. We'll be back tonight around 11 or 11:30. We're going to do Mancunian Way After Dark again, Fans Forum. You don't have to be on camera. We're going to have a bit. We're going to go for a couple of hours, maybe 3. We'll see. But it's going to be late night. We're going to go into the wee small hours. We're going to really get involved. So you don't have to be on camera. One thing you have to be is respectful. So yeah, there we go. And my name is Martin. I've been your host, and we'll see you all for After Dark. Take care, Blues.